Sonic Universe Issue 28. Jenica drags the sleeping freedom fighters, who fortunately won't have their bodies rotted by the time their life forces are brought back into them, to all lie down beside each other, waiting to get their souls back. The fight between Silver and Enerjack with telekinesis gets Enerjack's statue of himself destroyed, and he throws Angel Island at him as a result. Somehow this doesn't injure Silver or kill him. Just to spite him, Enerjack sends some robots after him that had hero souls in them, and Jenica says while holding Sword of Acorns that she'll help him take care of them so he can get to Enerjack. Jenica explains that the prelates feel no pain and they don't think, feel, or live, so fighting them isn't much to get worked up about. Silver freezes them with telekinesis, and Jenica cuts a pole to make them fall on some other robots, and stays behind as Silver gets payback on Enerjack for the island hitting. For some reason, Silver gets all angsty about potentially killing Enerjack, and is then surprised when Enerjack feels he's just fine. He should know he's invincible. Enerjack attacks him back, with Silver being exhausted. For some reason, Enerjack talks as if Silver's power isn't from Chaos Energy, since he says he can't stand up to Chaos Energy. That's an odd assumption. Silver thinks back to how he was told by Moggle that his power is only limited by what he thinks he's capable of, and thinks that he's been told to use his head by Edmund. Finally, he decides to let Enerjack throw all his energy at him, and then telekinetically controls it to throw it back at him. He keeps throwing his own energy balls back at him, with Enerjack saying at one point that he brought the world into order, proving just how delusional he really is. I mean, are there even that many people to... I'm given the indication that he just has literally everyone being his robots. Jenica then shows up just in time and freezes him like Chaos Control, just by pointing the depowering Sword of Acorns at him. Unfortunately, when she gets rid of his power, she sees that she's wearing the Enerjack suit all of a sudden, causing Silver to hope she won't go supervillain too. She happily gets her mother's core back and says that she can restore everyone. I hope she actually will and won't arbitrarily go evil just for the sake of drama. Her father, who looks all old and weakened, says that the madness left with his power, but then he asks for power. Huh? Fortunately, she destroys the Sword of Acorns, saying angrily, "He will never touch this power again!" She says she'll save her world, and then Silver idiotically refuses to let her save his own world. Wow. You idiot! You absolute idiot! How could you? Your future will never forgive you! Ugh! Anyways, we see Sonic and Sector, the former of whom says from a beeping that it's more than just a zone breach, and it's coming from the Prime Zone. Sector asks why they're not investigating and are transporting prisoners instead, and he says that a certain handful they just picked up could cause major problems even in jail. The story ends with one of them saying they'll warn the warden. This issue is by Ian Flynn, and as Silver distracts Enerjack with telekinesis holding his own for just long enough until finally Jenica can get the sneak attack on him. I have a question. Why didn't Silver use the sword himself? Why did it have to be her with the sneak attack? Does it only answer to Echidna's? More importantly, Silver, you idiot! Jenica had the power of Enerjack. She was going to save her world. She said that she could save your future too, and you just left? Not only did he leave without making sure she wouldn't go mad with power, but what? He could have stayed there to supervise her as she saved her world, since he didn't really have anything to do in his own future where nobody seemed to be living anyways. And then when she was done, he would have been able to tell her to go fix his future too. But no. Well, God forbid we have it any different from the games, and have even a single shred of originality and creativity. And hell, Colors DS says that Silver came from a happy future, where everyone has a smile. So it's not like his future being fixed is unforgivably off or something. I want to see Edmund and Moggle's reaction when he tells them what he said no to. They would have been furious. And I wanted to see Jenica fix her world too, but we don't. So it's like the story has no ending. I got invested in her world and her people there, and it just ends up being inconclusive because we never get to see her fix things. That could have been one panel. Am I left to just assume she went mad from power too? Silver just absolutely enraged me with that decision. It's about as arbitrary as the Zone Cops' decision to keep Eggman and Mobius Prime because that's how the games have it. Oh, it would be too easy. Bullshit. He talked as if only he is allowed to fix his future, and can only do it with time travel. He's not thinking outside the box, even when something from outside the box blatantly presents itself. This would have been the happiest ending ever. You could have Silver fix his future and stop wasting our goddamn time with that traitor nonsense. But no, they have to drag that out for even longer when it's never going to get concluded properly in the first place. Well, it kind of does for Silver, but we're never going to see him have a happy future. And we're probably never going to see Janica's will be happy either. This ending could have just had a little more thought to it, had a little bit more panels, but instead they cheaped out at the end and made me legitimately angry. All they had to do was show me Janica's friends getting revived at the end, and I'd have been happy. But no. After this is issue 225.